It has a gorgeous box clasp here, as you can see, and it functions just fine. And on the back of the box clasp, you can see that it's got the marks there for 925. It's just, we struggle seeing it well because we can't zoom in. But anyways, there we go. And in addition, it does well on the back side have what could possibly be a piece of turquoise. But again, you know, I don't know. I had my my Presidium Gen Tester on all day while I was writing up all these doing all my pre-bids, because I was testing things to confirm that I was calling them what they are. But again, as I just told Felicia right at the beginning of this thing, I can't always tell with turquoise, you know? I mean, you know, it's my challenge one. But anyways, gorgeous. I'm going to start the auction now. It is, in fact... it had a starting bid of $10. It's 6.5 inches. So we have 8 seconds left. $10 with Felicia, Pack Rat Queen. And that beautiful, gorgeous necklace is going home with Felicia. Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Felicia. I'm literally just going to write Pack Rat on your bag. I hope you're okay with that. At least it's better than for Kathy. I literally write insane. So enjoy that beautiful necklace. Bracelet. Sorry, bracelet. Okay. So the picture of this pre-bid did not do this justice at all. Now, I'm aware, obviously, you know, garnets are a semi-precious gemstone that people put in rings. It's quite nice stuff, you know. I realize that, I mean, this isn't glass. This is a real authentic gemstone. You can see it definitely has that burgundy look. If I were to put a light behind here, you're definitely going to be able to see more of that color, that true garnet burgundy color. But this necklace also has some really beautiful kind of burgundy freshwater pearls as well. So I'm going to set it right there. Both of those strands are, it also has a 925 toggle clasp, I believe. Hold on, let me pull up the listing. Yes, correct, because I did test it. So it has a 925 toggle clasp, double strand, as well as, now these are not garnet. They're like a brownish looking quartz. They are definitely a quartz. They're also 925, but this is so dark that to me it just looked good with it. So I just went ahead and put it with it anyways. So I'm going to stick those earrings down there. They have this cute kind of little, you know, wrapped metal part right there. So this is a really good deal that I'm doing it for this amount. Of course, I know what my cost was when I got these. So, you know, it is your birthstone. Oh, that's awesome. Yes. Actually, my birthstone's coming up. I'm an August girl, so there's one right there. But I own lots of garnet rings. It's a favorite gemstone for sure. So I'm going to start the auction now for that 18-inch necklace. $18 auction start for anyone interested. Again, it had those pearls along there, and this is sort of a rough. I wouldn't call this to be. This isn't like chip garnet. This is maybe it's sort of considered a chip-like, but it's just shaped a little different than most of the other chips. So anyways, thanks everyone for taking a look at that. Let's see if I can find a bag that's big enough. Okay. So let me see if I can figure it out. The birthstone for garnet is, I don't know what month that is. Someone fill me in. January. Okay. You know how sometimes when you go to the mall, to the jewelry store or whatever, and they used to have certain gemstones that would go with certain months, But then I've seen them over the years change some of the gemstones, which I don't really understand why some of them are different. Hey, thanks for coming in, Nancy. Nice to see you. Oh, you didn't just come in. You just came in earlier, but I didn't get to say it. Thanks for coming in. Because obviously you were the one who was saying that it was your birthstone. No, it's Kay Jacobs' birthstone. She was just saying what it was. Okay, I got it all clear now. But you know, once I feel like I figured out what the colors were for what the birthstones were, I feel like they changed them. So did some of your birthstones ever change over the years from when you were a kid to now? I think mine has always been peridot, but okay, but I just know some of them have. So anyways, let's move on. And this next one, if you don't look at the, I'm not going to actually, oh, I guess it's already moved in stage. So you already see what my guess was. I was going to have you guess what this gemstone was, but now I've just written it and it's sitting right there on the pre-bid. So everyone can see it. So you can't really guess when it's written there on the screen. So I got to remember to have you guess some of the gemstones. It's not a guess. You're going to use your knowledge before I actually bring the pre-bid up. But I have to admit, I did a ton of looking around for this particular necklace today. This is not sterling silver. This is a vintage, you know, kind of textured clasp there. And actually, I don't think I measured that clasp. So let me measure it real quick. It is about 20 inches long. And I'm going to look at that clasp to see if there's any marks on it. And I don't see any marks. So it's just emerald. So isn't emerald, I'm trying to think. I don't remember what month emerald is. Is emerald May? Oh, okay. But if you look really closely at this, you know, I went on and, you know, Google Lensed it and tried to do some research because for the life of me, I didn't know what it was. I was guessing it was some type of jasper because, you know, when I put it on my gem tester, it came up as quartz, and jasper is a type of quartz. But it's got a beautiful, like, you know, sort of framed pendant that it's on. So from my research, I believe that this is called a tiger iron, and I spelt it wrong in the thing. Listen, I'm going to edit it so it doesn't come out wrong when we... How come I can't? I wonder why it won't let me edit it. Okay. It's called tiger iron. Okay. Save changes. All right. And it's pretty cool looking. Yeah. And they all look a little bit different. So this is going to be like a two-part thing. It's going to have that little pendant, which I'm going to kind of loop up kind of high here so that you can see it well. So you can see that. And then this is just an older, you know, Native American style, you know, could be turquoise in the middle. I don't know because I just don't know. I'm terrible with turquoise. So I'm going to start the auction, but it's a $4 start for both of those for anyone who might be interested in that. It's got a bracelet as well as a that beautiful pendant. So we've got 8 seconds left with a $4 bid for $4. And I will get this going. That's awesome. Kim's going to go home with that. Thank you. Thank you. I love it. I think that pendant is very unique. Okay. All right. So we shall move on. Thank you for your bid. It's heading your way. Heading your way. Neither of them are sterling silver, but they're both lovely. And they do have, you know, natural stones in there. Okay, so with that being said, before I pull up my next thing, which I kind of gave it away earlier, but I'm going to pull it out first. And in the chat, as part of my kind of game tonight, I would like you guys to, you know, put what you think is the gemstone. So I'm sure many of you will know, we've got this beautiful chip necklace here. It looks like a multi-strand chip necklace. So if anyone in the chat can tell me what they believe I know what it is, but there you go. It is peridot. That's right. Now, these cute little earrings that I'm putting with it, and I'll go ahead and bring it to stage now. Very good. Thank you, Everything Shiny. But I'm just also putting with it these little dangle earrings. This looks like tiger's eye, at least on the bottom half of it. And then, of course, we've got some agates, could be carnelian, not sure. These, to me, just look like glass, but they were the same color as the necklace up here. So I just stuck them in there with it. So this is a gorgeous peridot chip you know, necklace. Lots and lots of peridot going on there. So I'm going to start the auction now. It was a $12 start for that with the earrings. For anyone interested. And yes, peridot is the birthstone for August. I'm an August birthday. And in my family, good job on all those people with the peridot answer. My birthday is August 19th. Thank you for your bid, Tina66. And my birthday's on the 19th. With 2 seconds left. And then my stepmom's birthday is on the 21st. And my father's birthday is on the 22nd of August. So in 4 days in our household growing up, we would always have 3 birthdays. So we would always call it our birthday week. Congratulations, Tina. It's a beautiful necklace. Is your birthday in August? And I believe, even though I didn't say it, the hook on these earrings, not because I can see the 925, but because I tested it, the hooks are sterling silver. The spring ring clasp on this is obviously not. It's just a vintage spring ring clasp. So yes, it is. And thank you very much. So what date in August is your birthday? Because I am August 19th, so I'm just curious. My fellow August people. August 14th. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's write this down. Tina's 66. Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you so much. It's going to be heading your way. And happy belated birthday, because your birthday was not long ago, just as mine was. So, okay, enjoy those. All right. I'm not going to bring it to stage yet because, again, part of my little thing here today is to have you guys, you know, use your knowledge, which a lot of you are very knowledgeable about jewelry. I already know the answer, so I'm not asking because I don't know. I'm asking because I want to see if you guys can tell me. Now, as you look at this multi-strand necklace, this necklace actually has like, I don't know, like 6 strands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But as you look at it, I was curious if some of you guys in the chat, and I'll bring it really close before I hang it up here, if you could name, you know, 2 of the gemstone, 2 or the gemstone slash, you know, shell. I don't know. It's not really a gemstone that you see in this necklace. Nobody's going to guess, really? I know you guys know. Definitely pearl, a lot of beautiful Baroque pearls there. And we have some different shaped ones as well, some bigger and some smaller ones. And then we also have the brown ones here are all, I know it's a type of quartz. And those are tiger's eye. That's right. Good, good, good. And so this multi-strand necklace also has, like, one of the layers is it has these little wood beads, and then the little spacer beads are more tiger's eye. So it's a significant, statement necklace. Like, it's heavy and lovely. The kind of necklaces you just want to hold in your hands. I'm putting with it also these two really pretty big dangle earrings. The dangle there, just the actual stone is probably, oh gosh, I keep dropping things. Just the actual stone is about an inch, not including all those, rhinestones that are above it. So see if I can hook it on here accurately without it falling. There we go. So I am going to start that bid. Oh, no, I haven't brought it to stage yet. This is a gorgeous necklace and earrings. So I'm going to start the auction now. For anyone interested in that gorgeous necklace. Beautiful, beautiful. It does have a more modern, larger lobster claw clasp that has a teeny bit of wear. But, and I also forgot to mention, parts of this necklace are also hand knotted. So like these pearls here are hand knotted. So Felicia, now I'm telling you, because it's your necklace now, most of the pearl sections are hand knotted. So, it's just very well made. So awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Felicia. You're going to love that necklace for sure. Okay. Love, love, love. Moving on. You see, you get your brand new bag. I know you're thrilled. Because the problem was I had all these bags that I'm using, new bags, but then if it doesn't sell, it goes to another show, and then it goes to another show, and then the bag doesn't look new anymore, and then I don't want to use that bag on a customer, and then I'm wasting a whole bunch of bags. So instead, I'm going to put it in a new bag as you buy it. Okay, let's see what we got next. Okay. You guys are going to also easily guess this, but I'm not going to bring it to stage until you guys in the chat throw out there what natural semi-precious gemstone this is. So we have a lovely little necklace there. And we also have a really gorgeous, this is actually 925 bracelet here. But I'll see if anyone can tell me. Obviously, I know you're going to guess. You don't not guess, but tell me what gemstone that is. And it is amethyst for sure. That is correct. Hey, Tiffany, how are you? Amethyst is correct. Good job, you guys. So let me move this to stage. So this is a beautiful bracelet. It does have a lobster claw clasp that is marked with 925 and has been tested. We have some AB coated, rhinestone beads there. And then all these amethyst beads, which that's amethyst. The caps are also 925 because I tested those as well. So this bracelet is a really just beautiful bracelet. And it's meant to have this little dangle off the end there. So that comes with this, as well as back here, you obviously see we've got this 18-inch 18-inch chip amethyst necklace, which I can't really, I suppose what I could do is hook it, but I'm just going to go like that. It's not pretty. I don't like that. Let's put it here and I'll turn it up. There we go. So I'm going to start the auction now. For anyone interested, it's a $9 start bid on all of those beautiful amethyst. I realize I'm giving you guys incredible deals. The value of these, I really want to be able to leave wiggle room for a lot of you guys out there that are, resellers. Because for me, congratulations, Ken, again, for me, I work really hard thrifting and finding all the things that I sell. And I wouldn't call myself a cheapskate, but I'd call myself a cheapskate because I really only pick up things that are really, really, really good deals. And because, you know, a big reason why I do that is because I want to be able to then turn around and offer that great opportunity to you guys so that there's wiggle room for people who might be resellers. So, or not. That's cool too. All right. Congrats there, Kim. She's going to have some gorgeous jewelry coming her way. My pen stopped working there. Okay, you're really going to love that bracelet for sure. Okay, yay, can't wait. And what part of the country do you live in, Kim? Are you on the East Coast or? Are you close to Rachel? Oh, Rachel, did you know Kim Jacobs, the user, that she lives like right near you? Have you guys ever hooked up and like shopped together before? That's awesome. You're both from Wisconsin, because I was asking her where she's from. She lives close. So do you guys ever see each other at the thrift stores ever? It's just curious. Not yet. Okay, cool. All right, we're going to move on. So before I bring this to stage, this is my game tonight, is getting you guys to identify some of these gemstones. But I'm going to go ahead and just bring this one. I don't know if you officially call it a gemstone, but I am going to bring this, and if you could tell me what this is, what these earrings, these post-back earrings are made of. I know what they're made of, but that's part of the thing here, is getting you guys to guess. And it is in fact amber. And I did use my black light, and I did confirm we get kind of a milky, kind of greenish yellow color change on that when I shine the light on it. So these cute little simple square amber studs are in fact 925. The post is 925, as well as the back. So let me bring those to stage. I have a really good deal on those, ready to blow your mind. So hopefully there will be some interested people with a $4 start for those amber earrings, amber stud earrings, and they are sterling silver. For anyone interested. I can't really make it sparkle for you. Thanks for your bid, Kim, because it's amber, but it does have the typical like little bubbles and things in there. Okay, now Tina's 66 is winning with 5 seconds left. And it looks like those are going home with Tina. Excellent. Well, congratulations, and thanks both of you guys for your bids. Okay. All right. Cool, cool. All right. You're most welcome. Enjoy them. They really, you know, honestly look brand new. They look like they've just never been worn. They're just in really great condition, just so you know. Okay. So let me see what I have coming up next. I will let you guys do some guesses again on this. Now, this one is a little bit more of a unique one, because one thing, well, I'm going to let you guys do some guesses first, but then we can talk about the challenge for me. So there are some earrings in here too, but I'm keeping those out for now. So this next one, I'm going to see if you can identify the things that are on this necklace. This does, in fact, have, I believe it's a 925 clasp, even though I'm not bringing it to stage yet. Let me look. It is. The toggle clasp on this necklace is, in fact, sterling silver. But what I want to know is, yeah, well, so this is the differentiation. So these little teeny ones, this is hand knotted, are just little freshwater pearls. But these ones here, I don't know. I know that there's a specific kind of pearl that those are, and I don't believe they're called, it's not mother of pearl. So I'm going to get my book over here while you guys keep thinking about it, because I have a picture of that exact type in my book. So let's see if it will tell me anything. I need to get a different book. Okay. Okay, blister. Okay. You see, this is where my knowledge in regards to pearls and shells, you know, so many things I call mother of pearl, so many things I'll say abalone. I definitely can identify, you know, freshwater pearls, but I cannot tell you that I'm skilled in identifying the difference between freshwater pearls or different types of regular normal pearls, Baroque pearls. I mean, I know these names, I know their shapes, but I can't say I'm very good at, so I'm just finding the pearl page here in my book real quick. Give me 1 second. Because we have to learn, that's why. It's a learning thing. 292. Huh. Okay. So this is what it kind of looks like. And that's what they call a Baroque pearl. But I thought Baroque pearls looked more like that. But that's what they're calling a freshwater pearl. You see, I get them all mixed up. And that's a freshwater pearl with a Baroque white pearl. I don't know. Very confusing. And then, of course, we have, you know, pearls that are man-made. I don't know. It is not my strength. But I guess we consider that to be a type of Baroque pearl. I don't know. I thought I had another book that had more pictures of pearls in it. Hold on 1 second. Now it's just going to bug me. $123 to $139. Talk about a great lesson for some. Oh, here's the book I was looking for. I found it. Okay, sorry. Talk about a great learning lesson for anyone out there who is really skilled in types of pearls. You know, because like here, look, there's things called Keshi pearls. And, you know, I don't know the difference between all these. And we have all these over here. We have Baroque shaped pearls, abalone Mabe pearls, Tahitian pearls. Like, really, how is anyone supposed to tell the difference between a Keshi pearl and a Baroque pearl? I don't know. Fancy pearls. So I guess that might be a Baroque pearl. I don't know. See, I still don't even know the answer to my own darn question. But I'm bringing it to stage anyways. Here we go. Yeah, so we've got that necklace there, hand knotted with those Baroque pearls. And then in addition, I'm throwing with it, these are not 925 and these are not pearl, but it was just the white in it. And I just happened to have these extra earrings that I thought I'm going to throw it in there also. Looks like it's got tiger's eye and probably some type of jasper, I'm guessing. So, yeah, so that's what it's looking like. And I'll start the bid now. And Kay Jacobs had a pre-bid on it for $6. We've got 15 seconds left. Okay, so this is also going home with Kim. Thank you so much. Is anyone out there also like challenged with the whole pearl thing too. It's hard to me. Yeah, good. That makes me feel better. I appreciate that. Okay. All right. So the last one that I'm going to pull up, I'm going to go ahead and just bring it to stage. I'm going to let you know right now that this is a big statement necklace. It's got, you know, like black agate, you know, Cobichon bezel set, you know, kind of statement. You can see it here. And I want you to know that on the back, it is in fact marked with 925, but you and I and all of you guys know it's not uncommon that things are marked and that they really are not. And so I tested this 3 times, and every single time it failed for sterling silver every time. Like, it is not sterling silver. So it looks like it, definitely has the look of it, but it's not. So I just want to make sure everyone's aware of that. But it is a lovely necklace. Anyways, it's still heavy. It's still an agate. And yeah, so I'll start the auction now with an $8 start for anyone who might be interested in that. We've got 12 seconds left. My experience with that type of necklace too, frustrating. Yeah, for sure. And it looks beautiful. It is heavy. It is really looking quite well made, but it's just fakely marked. It's just plain not sterling. So anyways, thanks for taking a look at that, guys. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to grab my extra bag here of goodies. Well, I guess I could just leave that there because half the time we end up having to show you a necklace anyways. So that's okay. And we'll continue with our whole, let's see if we can guess what the thing is, because that's kind of my game tonight. I'm not going to move this next one to stage. I'm just going to show it to you. And anyone in the chat who would like to, you know, type in multiples, as many as you want, type in and tell me what gemstone this is in this bezel set teardrop Cobichon ring. And I'm sure most of you know, there's probably 10 of you that will answer it. Very well known, well used, nice, lovely quartz. That's correct. It is a rose quartz. And so there are lots and lots of different types of quartz. And rose quartz is, you know, pretty commonly used. But it's interesting because so many things like on the Presidium fall under quartz, you know. But just like that black necklace that I just showed you, this ring is also marked with 925. It's written right there. But again, I've tested it multiple times and it immediately turns black. Like there's not even a speck of any milky blue, which is what, when I use my, you know, 18 karat gold testing acid, that's what I should be getting is a milky blue, and I get just black, just gone. It is not sterling silver. But it's a lovely ring. It is a size 8. It is an authentic, you know, bezel set rose quartz. So I'm going to start the auction now, but I have a starting bid of $6 for that reason. I mean, it's a beautiful ring. Let me turn this down. I mean, I love it. It's just not sterling. Okay, great. Thanks so much for taking a look at that. All you smart people out there. Okay. All right. I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to pull this one out of my bag before I bring it to stage because I'm going to see if any of you can guess what either or both of the, quote, gemstone is in this necklace. So I'm going to bring it really close. Part of it's inlaid here, but then we have this sort of heshy style. But if anyone can tell me what gemstone you think it is, I'm going to bring it really close and see if you see any things that help you identify it. It is, yes, I agree. It is I think definitely these right here, 100% are sponge coral. The blue is also coral. I don't know that it's necessarily considered sponge coral there. Of course, and we have those two things inlaid there as well. So this is a gorgeous, let me bring it to stage. I didn't even know, when I first started doing jewelry, that there were different types of coral. I just thought, first of all, I didn't even know you could, all I think of is initially thought of was coral was what it looked like in the ocean. And then, people would point out, oh, well, that bead's a coral, or that necklace has a, and I'm like, oh, really, But then as I got more and more familiar with jewelry and saw different types of jewelry, I learned there are, in fact, lots of different types of coral. You can have branch coral, you can have sponge coral, you can have, lots of different types. So this is a blue and orange Heshy coral with inlaid triangle, pendant, whatever. It does, in fact, have a vintage, twisting barrel clasp there. So this is a gorgeous necklace. When I pull comps up for it, it definitely has a good solid price on it, not $12. But that's what I'm starting the bid at for that beautiful necklace for anyone interested. That's right. The challenges. There's so much. You see, we feel like we've learned so much, but there's still so much to learn. That's why I love the concept of Rachel in all these. And I'm a teacher too, so I really appreciate Rachel's desire to want to bring teaching into something she loves. I mean, here she is a mom, but she loves teaching so much. She's homeschooling because she wants to bring that skill to her own family and children. And she does it with us. She does it with all the people that follow her on YouTube. She just has teaching in her bones. And earlier this week, I had made a comment about how I hope that no one feels intimidated at the idea of having, being on the train and if to do a teaching lesson. You don't have to be a teacher to be able to teach people. You just have to talk about something that you're, passionate about, and it will be really easy to teach about it. You know what I mean? So that's all I got to say about that. Okay. I'm not bringing this next one to stage yet, but I'm going to let you guys guess what the stone is. It's very commonly known in a lot of the jewelry we see. So let me put this one away real quick. Thanks for taking a look at that. Okay, here, obviously this is just art glass, so that is not a gemstone. But as you see all of these coming up here, you see, and even these natural stones have all these weird marks on it because it's just natural. I'm sure you can tell me quickly what stone that is. Everyone's pretty familiar with that color. It actually has two gemstones on it. Jasper is a good guess, but I will tell you that one way to identify a difference between, let's say, jasper and agates are a type of, well, specifically jasper. Jasper is a rock that is what we call opaque. There's no light that would be able to pass through it, meaning if you put light behind something that was jasper, like I believe that, I'm trying to think what other things I have here that are jasper, no light would come through. But, when we talk about like agates that are types of quartzes, they're what we call transparent, which means partial light can shine through. It's a good guess. Amber is a good guess. This is the color of amber, but amber is very light. When you feel amber, amber does not feel cold. Amber does not feel heavy. It's a very light thing. So that's one really easy way you can differentiate amber from, other stones, is that it's not heavy and it's not cold. But this is actually a type of quartz, and it's called carnelian. And that's right. Felicia knew it there. And I will tell you that the bigger stones here test as carnelian, but the little teenier small stones that are in between these carnelians, I believe they're just agates because they test in a different place on my Presidium Gen Tester. So I'm just saying. So let me bring this beautiful carnelian necklace to stage. It has a just a lobster claw clasp on there, a more modern one, as you see there. But it's a beautiful necklace with that art glass looking pendant there. So I had a starting bid on this beautiful carnelian necklace at $7, which is a steal. So anybody interested in that? It's beautiful. Again, definitely cold, definitely heavy. All the things. So thanks for your bid, Felicia. And it looks like that's going to you. Lovely, lovely, lovely things. Okay. Now, for those of us that do own gem testers, and for those of you that don't have them but hear us talk about them, a gem tester is not going to positively identify any gemstone for any of us. You know, it's not even going to tell us an actual diamond because, you know, like on the Presidium, you know, moissanite's also fall in the same area. But what it does do is it brings us to an area on the gem tester, which can help us do a process of elimination and narrow down our choices. You know, what we're doing as we look at all these gemstones is we're looking at things like, does light pass through it? That's one of the tests. You know, is it cold? Is it, you know, something that reacts to the gem tester? There are other cold stones that don't really even move on the gem tester. You know what I mean? So it's just something to help us narrow it down and use our knowledge from other areas that we've read or researched to help us get it to what we believe to be the correct thing. But a lot of us that do list on eBay and Poshmark or even here on District, you know, we want to be able to say, you know, I want to be able to say, hey, if this is gold, I know it's gold because I tested it, you know, or, you know, if this is something is whatever, I just want to, you know, feel confident about it. A lot of times, if I'm unsure about something, I'll just literally put a question mark in my listing. I'll be like, and you'll see it in some of the ones I have tonight. I literally will be like, I think it's this, but I'm not sure. I'm putting a question mark. So, yeah, that's what I got to say about that. Okay, so this is an interesting one. I don't know if anyone will be able to guess what this stone is. I didn't really know the name of it until today, but I have actually sold these before. But congratulations there, Felicia. But here we have this, you know, beautiful carved stone, and all the little beads are carved, and they're all like, you know, like linked together. It's not sterling silver or anything. But does anybody know what type of stone this is? Do you have any experience? I know what it is, but I want to see if you guys might know. It's part of my game tonight. I will tell you, it is a type of agate in that, you know, on my tester, it does show up in that area. And when I read stuff about this, it does, you know, describe it as a type of agate. That's a really good guess, petrified wood. I actually haven't seen many petrified wood things in jewelry, but that is a really good guess. It's not, but excellent guess, Angelina. Perfect. So I will tell you that this is how they describe this is carved alabaster agate, which was a little, maybe Rachel can answer this for me or Felicia, but I thought alabaster just by itself was one thing. I didn't know there was something called alabaster agate, which agate is another thing. It's a type of quartz, and I didn't know alabaster generally was a type of quartz. Do you guys have any knowledge on that? Is alabaster a totally different thing, and then someone's just describing this as alabaster agate? So it is, let me pull up how many inches it is. It's 24 inches long. So it's got some really unique different beads on there. And the very top of it just hooks like just with a teeny little hook. I got to be really careful not to crack it, but it's like literally just a hook. Okay. So I'm going to wrap this around like this. And I'm going to start the auction now. And it's a $7 start for that necklace. I think it's more valuable than that, but I don't know a ton about it. Yeah, I love that. I need to use that icon more often. The lift your hands up. I don't know. That's funny. Okay, cool. Everyone, thanks for taking a look at that. Okay. So I know that All Things Lovely, which her name is Wendy, is going to be on the train tomorrow. And she was going to talk about, I think, some different types of gemstones that she compares, like some of the black gemstones that are sometimes hard to differentiate between. A lot of times it's hard to tell the difference between, some of those, tourmaline versus black agate versus onyx versus, the rock from the volcano. Now I can't remember the name of that one. I know the name of that one. Why can't I remember the name of the one from the volcano? Someone tell me. The black rock from the volcano. It's called... It is lava rock. There is that. But I'm talking the black one that's more heavy and there's a name for it. It's a type of glass. It's volcanic glass. What's the name of it? There's a name. Oh, it's driving me nuts. Obsidian. Yes, thank you. So anyways, we don't have to guess this one. This is more challenging, but I am going to move this one to stage. Well, I will let you guess what this one is down here. So we have lots of chunky, big, heavy beads on here. These are faux pearls in between. It's just got an older lobster claw clasper. It's definitely seen better days. But can anyone identify these three chunky stones down here in the bottom? And something that's very identifiable about this stone is if you get it in the light just so, you will get little flashes of different colors shine through. Good guess. Moss agate is a good guess. It does look similar to that. I believe, and I'm not sure, but I think it could be good guess is I'm sorry, jade is a good guess, but I believe it's labradorite. But it just has that look of it, but I don't find a lot of spots where I see that little teeny flash. So, moss agate, I suppose could also be a possibility. Usually I can find something in there, but I don't know. Everything about it screams labradorite. So I have on here some question marks on this thing because I'm just not sure. On all of these black faceted chunky stones there, this is not obsidian. It doesn't fall like where the glass thing is. But I do know that sometimes onyx, I think, can have like white striations through it, maybe. I'm not sure. And I also think that sometimes tourmaline can be translucent, meaning I'm holding this up to the light, meaning some light can pass through it. And I literally just can't tell. So, but it's a beautiful necklace, very heavy, and it is a $9 auction start on that for anyone who might be interested in my mystery necklace of heaviness, because it is heavy. It actually reminds me, kind of like the pearls last week of the Flintstones. So, yes, this is my second Flintstones necklace that I've shared with you guys. Joy, joy. Okay. Thanks for taking a look at that. Okay. So, Okay, before I actually bring this up, I will show you. We have here on the, it's like it's got a whole bunch of seed beads on the inside. I think it's sort of artisan made. This is not, oh, you know what? I think I tested this one. I thought it did have a 925 clasp. I might have to clarify because for some reason I thought I tested that and thought it was 925. But does anyone have a guess on this outward gemstone, what you think it is? And I can bring it a little bit closer. I will tell you now, for the person who doesn't like, it has a difficult determining turquoise, that I don't believe it's turquoise. It's one of the turquoise imposters that a lot of us are very familiar with. I believe this is dyed, although I did test it using acetone today and I couldn't get a lick of color off of it. So I really don't get that. But personally, I believe that this is howlite. I think it's just dyed. Good job, Nancy. I think it's just a dyed howlite. But all of these turquoise, you know, it just, you know, whatever. But, you know, howlite, that being said, is still a gemstone. You know, just know that, you know. So this is a really cool bracelet that I'm showing you here. It is 7 1/4 inches long. Is dyed howlite. Very good guess, Pitter Paws. That's exactly right. You got it right. Okay, so yeah, and sort of artisan made there. It's a pretty cool thing, and it had a $5 auction start on that. And I don't know why, but for some reason I feel like that was real. Hey there, Julie again. Real's 925 clasp, I thought, but I guess I didn't actually mark it, so must not have been. Okay, thanks for looking at that one. Now I'm going to grab here another necklace for you guys to take a look at before I bring it to stage. I absolutely love this bracelet. I almost want to keep it myself. But you're not going to really be able to tell what this is made of by me letting you look at it like this, because you can't really see very well what this is we're looking at. But I do want to tell you that this has an unbelievable stretch, by the way. I mean, like, it is fantastic. It is so good. But I have half these things that just popped around. Okay. So if I open this up a little bit, maybe you'll be able to tell me what you think it is. You just can't see it from when it's all closed up. Yes, it looks like a type of coral, and at first I thought it was coral as well until I opened it up on the inside. From the outside, it looks like a red coral, but it is just, in fact, it's just dyed mother of pearl. And, you know, it's kind of, they're like half circles that are put together to make that whole bracelet. So let me bring that up to auction. It's a really lovely bracelet. And I'm going to start the auction now. For anyone, you just can't really see it with the way it's, because they're all mashed together. You know what I mean? Nice to see you there, Angelina Cavalier. Okay, thanks for taking a look at that, guys. Okay. Everybody's got such great knowledge. I'm so impressed. Now, any of you guys that are visiting us from YouTube over there, welcome in. We love to have people coming over to watch our live shows on District from YouTube, because we stream all of our things over there through the Lilyworks, you know, community. But if you have any interest in coming over and being able to participate in the full chat, or even being able to bid in any of these items,
No pressure. Don't feel like you have to, but I'm just giving you the information that if you went to www.lilyworksjewels.com, you could come over there and register for district. And you don't have to bid. I think they have you put a credit card in for the idea that if you ever bid, you're already ready. But that doesn't mean you actually have to bid. You can just come and participate in the chat if you're interested, because that's where a lot of us are over here. And I know on YouTube, I can see your comments, and you can probably see each other's comments on YouTube, but you can't see any of the chat that's going on district. So you probably hear me talking to other people that you don't see in the chat, and that's why, because there's just more. But anyways, just want to let you. But you are also more than welcome to watch from YouTube as well. So my next one here, I'm going to literally just bring it to stage because I wouldn't even be able to guess it. I couldn't. Okay. So this next one is a 22-inch necklace, and it's got a really beautiful, and from my research, I found that, and I believe that this is what's called a flower agate. Look at how pretty that is. It does register on my, it's gorgeous, I agree, Nancy, on my gem tester as a quartz, which an agate is a type of quartz. And then on the rest of this necklace, it has like lava rock, and then just some, you know, faceted black beads, you know. So that's what that is looking like. But that really pretty, you know, big, you know, pendant dangle rock is just beautiful. See, I want to lift it up here even higher, so, or put it down so you can see it. You can't see it super well. Okay, now you can see it. All right, so I'm going to start the auction now. I just had a $4 start on that if anyone is interested. It is not sterling silver. It's just silver tone, but, you know, a lovely necklace to add to your layering and whatever you like to do. Okay, thanks so much. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and move this to stage. I'm not going to make you guys guess all these because it's all the stones that we've kind of already just talked about in general. But this next thing has two necklaces in this auction. One of the necklaces has what we called like a caged gemstones, where you have all these, you know, polished gemstones that they're not beads that have like, you know, a string or a wire that go through them. The reason they're on this necklace is because the wire has been bent around in a way that it sort of cages them in. But we've got amethyst on here and carnelian, and we've got lots of different agates. You can see, you know, rose quartz, you know, lots of different things. So, yeah, so the length of that is 32 inches for that. So it's sort of got a gold tone to it. So I'm going to put that up there, and I'm just going to double it. So you can look at that. And then in addition, when I do this on my gem tester, it does not come up as quartz. It barely moves on the gem tester at all. Yeah, they're like wrapped. I agree. Yes. The different like wire is like swirled and wrapped in, you know, whatever, in variety of ways. So these have little gold tone, little teeny spacer beads in between these, but these are not like they're not an agate. I mean, not an agate. I didn't mean to say agate. They're not a jasper. I honestly do not know what gemstone this is. It moves on the gems tester just the teeniest bit, but barely moves even in the area of glass. So I don't know if any one of you have a guess on what that is, but I literally just wrote unknown tan gemstone. But it is heavy. It is cold. But, you know, so we got that going on. And that one is a little bit shorter than the other one. So it's both of those. So I'm going to start the auction now for that. The agate necklace just by itself is, yeah, absolutely. It could just be glass. I agree with you. You know, but in my brain, for some reason, my brain wants to go, well, if it's glass, then it would be see-through. You know what I mean? But all glass doesn't have to be see-through. I mean, we have, you know, milk glass. It's not see-through. So I need to remember to get that in my brain that, you know, things that aren't, you know, translucent can still be glass. So yeah, they can absolutely just be glass. 100%. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so those were those. Thanks for taking a look at that. Okay, and so I'm not going to have you guess anything on this one, but let me move this next one to stage. Could just be glass made to imitate D-tone. No, can be opaque. Yes, I agree. Glass can be both, and I have to just remind myself because instinctively I just want to say it needs to at least be translucent, and that's not really the case. So this is a really older kind of bracelet, kind of linked together back there, as you see there. This looks like it could possibly be sterling silver. It is not. I have tested it. Yeah, that other one could have been a dyed glass. That's right. I believe all of these on here are probably a type of agate because I think on my Presidium they registered a little bit. But in general, this has no brand on it. It looks like something that might have been made in Mexico or something like that, but it's not sterling silver. But it doesn't change the fact that it's still a really cool bracelet that you know, has lovely embossed shapes on it and the like. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that to stage. The length of this is 7 inches, and it looks like Wendy is already has a bid in on that. So there's 18 seconds left, and Wendy has a bid for $6 already. So if anyone else is interested, it's a really cool bracelet. Definitely, those are gemstones. They are cold. And it looks like that's going with Wendy. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Let me get myself a little baggie here. Congrats there, Wendy. Yay, she says. Is that the first one you did? Now, usually at the beginning of my thing, I always do some type of giveaway. I didn't have a specific giveaway that I was going to do during my live tonight because I just wanted to focus on talking about the gemstones. But, you know, I always put giveaways in there for everyone who orders, you know, but, you know, anyone who, you know, has like 3 orders or more, I'll put some type of gemstone necklace in there. I'm not saying the whole thing will be gemstones, but it will have some version of it, some type. Or you know what? You know what I can do since we're on the topic of gemstones? This is what I'll do. I have more of these left. All of these little gemstone mushrooms. And so I can use those as my giveaway tonight. They're all like gemstones. So that's what I'll do. All things lovely. Okay. Good, good, good. Yeah, they are cute. They're like little mushrooms. Aren't they cute? I mean, I don't know how you guys might set them in a windowsill or something. I mean, they're not beads. They don't have holes in them. I mean, you just have to set them on something and go, ooh, pretty mushroom. But they're definitely a stone for sure. You know, I wonder how well it would, I got to find something like flat. You know what I can do? I just want to see how well it can sit up on its own. So if I had this flat thing, oh, they do. So you could set them up in your house, you know. But anyways, or what you could do is you can accumulate a whole bunch of them and you can put them in the bathroom. And you know how people just like to fidget and play with things? You know, whatever. Moving on. Okay. It's my third bag out of 5 total. So towers and spheres, but I prefer the natural unpolished specimens. Okay. Nice, nice. So that's what you like to play with, like gemstones that are in the shapes of spheres. Is that what you're saying, Felicia? Because people can buy gemstones at like those gemstone stores all the time. And they don't even have to be like beads. Oh, in your cabinet you have some. Oh, that's cool. So are these, what are these just called, mushroom shaped? What are these called? Yes, just mushroom shaped. Okay, just like I thought. All right. You don't have to guess what this one is. It's a pretty good guess. My gut instinct on this one, even though I'm not good with turquoise, is that this one is turquoise because the other components of this necklace, you know, especially with it having, you know, any resemblance of any sort of, you know, Native American kind of look, you know, they obviously use turquoise in their jewelry, but everything like with turquoise, you know, having striations in there. And, you know, turquoise can be different variations of blue or even green. But my guess is those are turquoise. Now, I did test these beads that look very tarnished. They are not sterling. But this is Heshy here. And it's got just a very old sort of hook clasp there at the top. But definitely has sort of Native American vibe on that necklace. So I'm going to start the auction. It's a $7 start for that necklace. And I believe those are turquoise. Now, I'm also telling you I'm not good at it. So if you're a professional at turquoise identification, you may be able to, you know, correct me. But on that one, that's what I guess. Okay, well, thank you for taking a look at that necklace. Oh, no. I don't need that. I don't need that. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to bring up the thing. I'm going to let you guys guess what this one is first. All my smart people out there. I'm just going to bring it up here. These are some chip gemstones, but I want to see if you can tell me. And I know what it is, but if you can identify what chip gemstone that is. This is just a really long chip, you know, strand necklace. It is blue lace agate. Very, very good. That's right. And so this is just a super long, you know, strand of blue lace agate that you can use in layering. You can wear it as one long strand or you can double it, whatever it is you want to do. Okay, so let me bring that to stage. And I just literally had a $5 start on that for anybody interested in a blue lace agate strand of beads. And I'm going to start the auction now. And I always wondered why they call it blue lace, but when you look super close at it, it kind of looks like, you know, lace inside there. Some of them definitely have little striations that can kind of have that appearance. It's a pretty stone for sure. So that's that. Thank you so much for taking a look at it. Okay. Good job. Nancy. So I'm the very next one I'm going to bring up is also a chip necklace. I'm sure you'll quickly identify this one as well. It's a very common gemstone used in lots of jewelry. So let's see if you can guess what this one is. So teal chickadee, we are guessing what, I'm making everyone guess what gemstone it is. Good guess. Now, the only reason I wouldn't know that this is sodalite versus another gemstone that is very similar looking, unless you look under, a loop, is when I do look super close up at these stones, they definitely have speckles of gold. So now that I tell you that, do you want to change your answer? That's correct. Yes. And both of those are my no, but you can't really see the gold from, over the screen. But as I look at my, using my, loop, it definitely has gold specks. Now, it's interesting because lapis lazuli minus the gold specks can look very much like sodalite, because sodalite can often, it's a blue stone that can have lighter tones of blue and some creams and some, it can have variations like that. Just like lapis lazuli can, but lapis lazuli can also look blue and green in color, which is a completely different look. I actually have something else that's that type of lapis lazuli. So it definitely can look like a very close match without being able to look with your microscope. But you've got it. Good job, Wendy. You got it. So I'm just going to pull that up again. I just had a $5 start on that strand of lapis lazuli chips. It's 34 inches long. And the little flecks of gold in there are, sometimes it has enough you could see it with your eye, but you really just have to use your loop. So lapis has gold specks and sodalite has more white in it. Well, that's hard to say because it depends on which stone, because, all of them are varied. Like, look at all the different stones here. Some are like really light. Like, look at how light that one is, but it's still lapis lazuli. Some look more gray, some look really, really, really blue. Like, look at these up here, but they're all lapis lazuli. But the difference that you're going to notice is versus lapis lazuli and sodalite, when lapis lazuli is looking white and blue together, which is what sodalite often looks like. It's like a mixture of kind of the blue and white and the variations in between. The way you can identify the difference is sodalite will not have gold specks in it when you look in your loop. So just so you know. So there you go. Thanks for taking a look at that. Without a loop, I wouldn't know which one was which, unless it was more of the green and blue lapis, where often I can see the gold specks a little easier on there for some reason. But that being said, this very next one that I'm going to bring to stage is also lapis lazuli. But this one is an example of lapis lazuli. It's here, this actual thing is a whole bunch of heart beads, but I want to show you sort of close up. This lapis lazuli is more, green and blue tones. But again, there's also other gemstones that can have green and blue in them. So again, the way I can really identify that it's lapis is that when I look under my loop, I can in fact see little specks of gold throughout those stones. And I'm looking at them right now. And, some may have less than others, but the gold specks are definitely there. Okay. And so that's the true identifier. So here's another lapis lazuli necklace that's got some, faceted black, glass beads there. I'm going to double this up so that you can still see it once I grab this little set. This was vintage made. It's got an old clasp on there, but this has little matching earrings with the same little bead. It's got a heart bead there, you see? And these are all little heart beads. It's got earrings that match it. And so even here, even when I'm trying to get this close up to you, you can't really see those gold specks. But when I look under my loop, I'm going to look again. Oops. I can see the teeniest little gold specks. They're small, but they're there. Sorry, I'm looking. So anyways, I had a starting bid for that necklace and earrings at $5 for anyone who might be interested in a little lapis lazuli set. Those are lever back on those little heart things there. So I'm starting the auction now, and it is, let's see how many inches. Did I not measure it? Apparently not. I'm guessing it's probably about 18 inches. Thanks you for your bid, Nancy, but I will measure this for you. We've got 7 seconds left in the auction if anyone is interested in bidding. Yeah, this is actually about 21 inches actually. So that's what that's looking like. So yeah, when you get it, use your loop, look super close in here, and you're going to see just little teeny specks of gold. Okay, so congratulations on that. Okay, good job. Good job. Hi, Miss Meowie. Welcome in. Nice to see ya. You're welcome. You guys have good taste. I really love, personally, I know you guys have heard me talk about like the types of jewelry I wear. I'm a pretty simple jewelry wearer, you know, like even the stuff I have on today. You know, it's not like I wear this on a daily basis to the gym, but I don't wear a lot of jewelry. I wear a few things. But of the jewelry I do wear, I really do enjoy. I like the dinosaur, cute. I really do enjoy natural stone jewelry for sure. Very pretty. Okay, so we're going to move on. And so I'm not going to pull up the thing. I'm going to see if any of you would guess. And this is more of an advanced question. So I'm putting the pressure on Felicia and Rachel to see if they can identify. I will say ahead of time that these earrings, they are a type of jasper. But the question is, can you identify what kind of jasper? So that's what we got going there. They are a type of jasper, but what kind? And again, a moment ago when I was talking to you about how jasper is an opaque stone, here's an example. You take your light and no light's shining through it. But if I took an agate there and I put it in front of there, light would shine through it. You know, it's translucent. You got it, Nancy. It is leopard jasper. Good job. It's exactly right. And it's actually a really, here we go, move to stage. She's going to be so proud because it's right there. Woohoo! And she wasn't even the one who bid on it ahead of time. So that's pretty good. But yeah, so you can see the little pattern in there that can look very leopard-like. Isn't that cool? They're really pretty earrings. So I just literally had them at a $3 start just so that someone could enjoy a pair of earrings. So I started the auction now, and Kay Jacobs is winning. And Nancy's in for 4. With 7 seconds left. And these are just on regular hooks, obviously. They are not sterling silver. But they are groovy little earrings. So congratulations there, Nancy. Do you own any other leopard jasper jewelry, or is this your first one? You do? What kind of jewelry do you have that's leopard? A lot. Okay, that's awesome. You're a leopard jasper connoisseur then. I love it. You know, I really loved that one earlier that was that flower jasper. Oh, some of them are just so beautiful. Really pretty. Okay, so those are coming to you. And as I look at it, I think that the other, this is like a kind of like a bronze, like an aged bronze little rose. It's like a metal thing. I know it's kind of hard to see on the thing, but that's what else makes up that little dangle. So congrats to you on that. Excellent job. Okay, so woohoo. They're gorgeous. Yes, I agree. Okay, this makes me think of Julia. I have to admit, I don't know if Julia is still in the chat, but she loves to get all her little fun gemstone stuff. I hope she got all her stuff in the mail. Hey, Julia, are you in the chat? Did you get all your stuff that I mailed you? The most recent stuff? I guess you did. Actually, I know you did because we talked. Okay. But anyways, this next stuff here is just a whole kind of lot of a whole bunch of pendants and single earrings. Yeah, so that aren't on anything. So this is probably some type of agate, you know, and this is like a druzy pendant. And then this is like something from some mountain lake thing, but it is actually a stone. You know what it looks like? Lace agate is what it looks like to me. These are single earrings, probably quartz of some type. And these are like a rock quartz probably and a rose quartz. So all pendants. So that was a $5 start for all 7 of those. And I'm starting the auction now for any of you who like to have all those fun little gemstone pendants and things like that. Only one of them has the name of a vacation destination, I promise. The rest of them are not touristy things. Welcome in, Lacey Rose. Nice to have you. Okay, great. Thanks for taking a look at it. Oh, gosh, sorry. I'm sure that was super loud in your ear. I apologize. Hello, how are you? I can assume your name is Lacey. Is that right? Or is it just your username? You see, some people's username actually incorporates their actual name in it, like Nancy's Vintage Treasures. You know, I'll never forget her name. Yes, my name is Lacey Rose. Perfect. But some people's username, like mine, is Cherish Relics Boutique. So unless you know me or unless I tell you, hello, my name is Curry, Curry, like the spice, you wouldn't necessarily know that. And but I love all the fun, unique usernames too. They're great fun. Yes. Oh, okay. Thanks. All right. So my next item that I'm bringing up here, again, we're going to continue with this sort of guessing game. That's sort of my game today, is with all these natural stones. But many of you would probably recognize, and I want to ask you just first of all about the grayish black stone here. So what stone do you believe that is? And I will tell you there's 2 types of this kind of stone. There's one that can be magnetic where it sticks to itself like this one does. But there's also a version of it that's not magnetic, and it is hematite. Very good. And this is the magnetic hematite that a lot of us often get those necklaces that don't even close. They're just like this one long strip, but it like sticks to itself. So you can make it a bracelet or a necklace or whatever. So this magnetic hematite necklace, in fact, does have a magnetic clasp as well that I wanted to point out. And my opinion is that's probably dyed howlite is my guess, but it just alternates there at the bottom. And so this is in excellent condition. It's an 18-inch necklace. It's looking like that. And I'm going to start the bid now. I literally only put a $4 start on it. So go to town on that if you're interested in it. A hematite necklace that probably would match a million things. Okay. Thank you for taking a look at that. Now, another stone that can often look very similar to hematite, but that is a smaller stone that we often see, you know, decorating different types of jewelry. Here, let me grab one that will show you this gemstone in it, because it's in this. Okay, this has some in it. But like, it's hard for you to see, but the little sparkly stones that are along here is also gray and sort of magnetic looking, but it's got a name that's similar. And these, well, not similar, it just ends in ite. But does anyone know the stone that is, you know, in this particular earring? It starts with an M. And it's very common in a lot of the small detailed jewelry, vintage jewelry. Let's see if anyone gets it. Close. Magnetite is close. It's actually called magnesite. And maybe you meant to write magnesite and it was just a typo, but that's what that is. So let me put that back. I have it over here on my desk because I have a little, I think one of the one of the marcasites fell out. I have to glue some new ones in. Okay, good job. Good job. Okay, so we already ran that. Thanks for taking a look at that. Okay. And we will keep going here. Okay, I'm not going to bring this to stage. Well, I am going to bring it to stage because we're not going to guess it, because we're going on the subject of what I hate, because I can never truly identify. But this is made in Mexico, beautiful bangle, inlaid. And I believe this potentially could be a turquoise that's inlaid in here, because you can actually have a green turquoise. They exist. And in Mexico, in a lot of their jewelry, they do actually use different types of turquoise. And so it's got its mark right there. It says Mexico. So it doesn't say alpaca or anything, or a Taxco, but it does have the mark from Mexico. But it's a really, really nice bracelet, and it is hinged. So to open it, you just kind of push this, you kind of like, you know, pull that out, and I'll show you what it looks like on my wrist, you know, but it's just hinged, and you just pop it back together. Sorry, I'm trying to reach around my camera without, I'm generally trying to not pinch my skin as I do this one-handed. I'm not doing a very good job of putting it on for you. Okay, so there you go. So that's that bracelet. It's really pretty. It's in excellent condition, nothing wrong with it. Definitely very Mexico style for sure. That's what the back looks like. Okay. You see, I have really skinny wrists. So like literally I can just take this off without even undoing the hinge. Okay, thanks for looking at it. I appreciate it. Okie dokie. And we're off and running. Hey, welcome in, Vintage of Louisiana. Nice to see you. Which I'm going to remind myself. Don't tell me. Tony. Vintage of Louisiana is Tony. Got it. Okay. All right. This next thing is a set of 2 necklaces. I'm not going to bring it to stage yet because I'm going to let you guess on one of them. You don't have to guess on both of them, but I will let you guess on this one. So this is a beautiful, lovely, I'm going to tell you now that these are a type of agate. but I'm wondering if you can identify what kind of agate this is. And I don't know if the name that I found is the name used to describe the agate or if it's the official name of the agate. But based solely on the colors of all these stones you see here, what I have found is that this is referred to as pastel agate. But that's just what I saw in listings. But some really pretty ones. And of course, on the gem tester, it does show up as that. So it's got a newer looking lobster claw clasp there. So that's one of the things of these two necklaces that I'm going to bring to stage right now. And then there was a second necklace as well. Let's see if I measured it. So the longer one is 22 inches, and then the second one is 16 inches. And I want to tell you, it's very strange because I tested just this extender, and it tested 925. But when I test the lobster claw clasp, it's not marked. It's not 925 as expected. You know, and I don't believe any of these, you know, separator beads in here like this. But it's just odd that just the extension was 925. But this has just got, this shows up as a type of agate, but it's not like rose quartz. So I don't really know. Part of it, at some moments, looks like branch coral, but it's not. But you see how loose it is on there? It really needs to be kind of restrung. I could not tell you whether that's turquoise or not, but it's cold. These do show up as agates, I believe, when I test them. Like they show up under as a type of quartz, which agates are. So I'm going to start the auction now for those gemstone necklaces. I talk too much, then my throat is killing me. Okay, cool beans. Thank you much. We're going to move on. All right. So I'm not going to have you guess this one because, you know, it looks like all the other black stones. But I believe, because I did see a listing that looked just like this. But just like earlier today, I showed you two other pieces of jewelry that were in fact marked with 925, but they weren't. This is another one of those. But I found when I did a Google search, you know, it's very well made. I mean, look at it. This is onyx. When I tested, it does go up to quartz. It's just this, you know, teardrop shaped cabochon, you know, bezel set thing. It's a size 8 ring. It does, in fact, have marks for 925, but it's not. You can test it, and it's not real sterling silver. It's just fakely marked, but it's a lovely ring. So I'm going to start the auction. It's a $6 auction start. It's a beautiful ring, size 8. I'm going to start the auction now. But that is a cold stone and a nice ring. And I would say it's probably like an inch, a little bit more than an inch down in length. It just drives me nuts, the whole fakely marked 925 on things. Like, you can never trust. I'm going to tell you, for all of you resellers out there, especially those of you that are new to reselling, you cannot look at a mark for 925 and assume that the jewelry is real sterling silver. And you also cannot look at a piece of jewelry that's not marked and assume that it's not sterling silver. It's you know, you have to do further investigation to be able to identify the facts. So it's a challenge, but it's true. So here we're going to move on with another set. I have 2 more bags. So this has 10 auctions in it, and then I have 10 more in the last bag. And then at the end of that, if there were any pieces that anyone wanted me to rerun, or I have tons of jewelry that's been from past auctions that if anyone's willing to hang out and wants to do some bundle deals and is interested in that, I'm willing to throw together some bundles of some past jewelry auctions for anyone interested. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Okay, so I'm going to let you guess this one first before I bring it to stage. And I'm going to only show you a part of it because the other part is just a glass bead. But if any of you on these red stones could identify what you believe those to be. If we have any guesses out there. The bead shape, I've seen them call them tire beads, like they're shaped like a tire, you know what I mean? But from my research, I believe that this is just a type of red coral. It's not branch coral or, it's just, it's a type of coral, I believe. And I've found lots of things that in my Google Lens search that has them. Now, I am sure, because you can see different price points for what things cost, that there are some coral that is massively expensive versus, like, this is not a sponge coral, I will tell you that. But then some coral is not crazy expensive. Now, this particular necklace has all these super cute little ladybug beads on it. It's got little spacers there in between that I believe, let me look. I think they're just little metal spacer bead. It's like metallic, but so this necklace actually attaches here and then has this sort of dangle at the end. Like it's supposed to dangle like that. So the necklace looks like that. Very cute. But then in addition, this set also has a matching bracelet with the same things on it. And this one's got 3 little ladybugs in a bit. And these, again, are glass. And then I believe that these other things are coral. And I will tell you, for this toggle clasp, it is marked with gold filled for the toggle clasp. Now, the metal workings on here could be gold filled, but I just couldn't see a mark. But I did see a mark on the matching bracelet, just so you know. So I'm going to start the auction now for the set. It was $15 start for the set. And this definitely has that look. I mean, gold-filled things, to me, can look so close to gold to me. And there's, fake gold tone things out there that don't resemble what gold looks like at all to me, But anyways, that's the bracelet. And that's the necklace. Okay. Thanks for taking a look at that. Okay, I'm not going to make you guess this one because we've already guessed it on a different piece of jewelry. But this next item is a rose quartz bracelet. It does not have any marks for sterling silver, but it is a really nice bracelet. Like you can see, it's got some little seed beads in there and some little spacer beads. It's not stretchy or anything. It's actually a, physical, bracelet. It does have about an inch extender there with a teeny little gemstone there at the end. So I had a $5 start on that beautiful little rose quartz bracelet. And it is, in fact, rose quartz. I tested it on my gem tester. So it's pretty. for anyone interested in that. Okay, dokie. Thank you so much. Okay. We're going to keep plugging along here. Now, for our conversation earlier today in reference to sodalite, I'm going to bring this back out and I'm going to show you. I think that was with Nancy. I'm going to show you how similar these things look. Or maybe it was Vintage of Louisiana. I can't remember. But this particular necklace here, all these variations in color are sodalite. Even this crazy white one. And you can see you can go from really dark blue to, you know, light, you know, you can get a true mixture. But here's the thing about this. And you can have some that within the actual stone, like this one, it's got blue and white in it. But when I look at these stones under my loupe, I don't see an ounce of gold flecks. Okay. Now, mind you, they make lapis lazuli stones that are round in this exact shape and size. So it's much more difficult to compare two different things rather than the exact same shape and stone. But you can see, like, especially when you have some stones here that are multicolor, variations of blue, creams, grays, how similar those two stones can look. And again, that key determiner that can really help you identify it is being able to find those little flecks. Okay, so this next set here is actually two bracelets. They look brand new. They both have a mark on it that says LA. Hold on, let me pull it up on my thing. LACN, and I don't really know what that stands for, but they are adjustable because you just use the slider here. You see, you just slide it in and out just like that. It's very simple. And so this is, they both look brand new actually, but they both, they're different styles because this is more on a bar and has two, this one has bigger stones. This is amethyst. This is sodalite. But they have the same sort of slider there. So this auction is for both of these bracelets for a $10 start. And I'm starting it now for anyone who's interested in those lovely adjustable gemstone bracelets. Thank you for your bid, Miss Meowie. You're going to like these if you win them because they are looking brand new. You can see how shiny all of that is. So it looks like those are going home with her. Awesome. Thank you so much. Let's get you a baggie. Okay. All right. Cool. Congratulations on that. All right. Moving on. Okay, so I'm not going to bring this up yet. I'm going to see if some of you can make a guess on one of these necklaces. Now, I will tell you, this green necklace has two different things going on it. So, and you can probably even tell in kind of the look of it that there's two type things on here. But what I specifically... so you can name either one of these. This is one type of thing, and this is one type of thing. So who can name the gemstones that you see in this necklace? If there's any guesses from your... yay, yay. Okay, yes, that is an excellent guess because it totally looks like nephrite jade. I agree with you. Really, what it is actually is aventurine. And the only reason, a lot of times aventurine, when I look at it in comparison to nephrite jade or even sometimes what's this other one? Hold on. Sorry, I had to look at something. So yes, you can have something called nephrite jade, but then there's also jadeite, which is, I guess, more official jade. But what I've read about aventurine, and especially being able to differentiate between aventurine versus jade or jadeite or nephrite jade, is that when you look under at aventurine under your loop, it's similar to lapis lazuli in that you're looking for some sort of fleck, but the fleck isn't a gold fleck. It's just like a sparkle. It's like you're looking for a shimmer under your loop. And if you're able to see shimmer in the stone throughout, like just shimmerness, not quite opalescent, but because that kind of has more of that, like pearly kind of look. Because like without the loop, I can't see the shimmer. But under the loop, when I'm looking really closely at the makeup of the stone, I can see just little shimmers when I turn it and the light catches the stone in certain ways. It's the best way I can describe it. And so, again, I am not a professional, to be honest. Pack Rat Queen, Felicia, is way more of an expert than me. She probably knows the same things that I'm saying. She probably has all this knowledge, just what I'm repeating to you guys. And in my opinion, because I know aventurine does have this shimmer difference and being able to see it, I think and I believe that that's what I'm seeing, but I could hand this to, Felicia in person, and she could look under it in her loop, and she might have more knowledge of the stone, and she may be like, nope, that's not the shimmer they're talking about. No, that isn't, I see what you know what I mean? So that my point is I'm not an expert, but I've just done research on the types of things to see. So I believe that it's aventurine, but there is a huge challenge in being able to identify the difference between nephrite, the jades, because, hey, do you know the answer to this, Felicia? I don't know if you own do you own a gem tester, Felicia? Oh, good. Thank you. That makes me feel good coming from you. That's very nice. Do you own a gem tester? Because just the Presidium. Okay, because this was my question. Obviously, when we're testing things and we're identifying nephrite jade versus jadeite versus aventurine, I'm curious if you're working on your GIA certification. Well, coming from you, if I explain that somewhat decently, that's a huge compliment. Hi there, Esmeralda. That's nice to see you. So that's good. That makes me feel good. Hopefully I'm not saying I'm not perfect. I'm not a professional. I'm not an expert. I've just done some research, but I also don't want to mislead people. So, hopefully I'm not speaking too much gibberish. But my question was regarding the gem tester. Do you know if aventurine registers on the gem tester? Doesn't it also fall under quartz? Is aventurine a type of quartz? I should look that up on my phone real quick, because if aventurine is a type of quartz, nephrite jade and quartz and jadeite all fall within a very close range on the gem tester. So let me just look real quick. I'm just going to type this in my thing. Is aventurine a type of quartz? It wrote, is venturing a type of quartz, like going to court, and we're taking a venture? How stupid. I guess I clearly need to type this in. Is aventurine a type of quartz? Let's see what it says. Because there you go. It is. It says, aventurine is a type of quartz that features minute inclusions of other minerals. The inclusions are often described as platy in reference to their plate-like shape and they usually have a flaky appearance. And if we look under in more detail about aventurine, it will talk about those little kind of shimmers that I'm talking about. But the fact that it's even makes it even harder to identify these, because quartz falls right in between, right, all three of them, nephrite, jade, quartz, and jadeite. They're all really close on the gem tester. So it's a challenge. And that's why we pay the professionals to figure it all out. Welcome in, FS Campbell. So anyways, I'm going to bring this one up for auction. Sorry, I'm not meaning to give you guys this long lesson. Okay, we'll consider it practice for tomorrow's teaching train. I'm just kidding. Okay, so we've got that aventurine, and then the other glass in here, I believe, is just like a, like it's a frosted glass, or I don't know how you describe it, like a, here, let me pull this other one up. Oh, I did. Never mind. Hold on. A satin glass is the word I was trying to think. I think that's what this is, because this doesn't really register on my gem tester. So that's a, I actually didn't put a measurement on there, but I'm guessing it's probably about 18 inches. Yes, it is. So that's an 18-inch aventurine and satin glass necklace. Very lovely. Could go with a million things. And then in addition, we have this necklace that has a number of things. I think this right here is called bumblebee jasper. I've seen it before on a necklace that I own. I think that's just quartz. I know that that's amber because I've looked at it under my black light. That's malachite. Some of you might recognize. Yeah, so there's the other necklace. So these are not meant to be worn together because they're the exact same length. But there you go. So this is a starting auction, $9 for both of those necklaces. And they both have spring ring clasps. Oh, no, one has a toggle, but I don't believe it's sterling silver. You see, this is why I know Felicia's buying these necklaces with all these gemstones, so she can practice all the gemstones for her homework for her passing her GIA. So when she gets all these mystery gems, she can practice. That's right. And love the malachite. Yes. Did I say malachite? This is, or did I? Yes, that's malachite. Yes, I do too. The green striation ones. Sorry, I was getting into my brain confused for a second with hematite, which we just talked about a second ago. Okay, well, that's going to go home with Pack Rat Queen. Pack Rat, Felicia, you are good for my self-esteem. You're making me feel better, because you know how we always doubt ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, I hope I'm doing and saying the right thing, you know. But again, I'm not an expert, so. And I like to put the jewelry alongside the raw specimens in my cabinet. Okay, you have the raw specimens. What do you mean by raw specimens? That's funny. Oh, the not polished ones. Right. Okay, yes, that is very cool. Because I'm sure they look very different, polished versus not polished. So I'm very happy to help participate in your, achievement when you do achieve passing all the GIA testing. I'll say I had a little part in it, Felicia. That's awesome. Okay. Moving on. So have they talked a lot about in your GIA thing, the whole frustrating stuff with turquoise? Oh, turquoise just makes me want to puke because I just can't tell. I'm not confident at all. And with that saying, here's another thing that's a turquoise-like looking necklace. And a teal chickadee has a pre-bid on it. Thanks for that. And so I want to be able to say her by her first name. Hold on, I got to find it on my list. Don't say it. Don't tell me yet. I'm going to find it. And Miss Meowie is Dawn, so I need to be calling her by her first name. And FS Campbell is Faye, who's also in the chat. And then Golzira was here earlier. I don't know if she's still here. Tiffany was here earlier. Steelbird. You see, I try to get some of these. Teal Chickadee is Marissa. You see, I know what I'm talking about. Marissa. Okay, so this is 2 necklaces in this. So this has got a way modern, huge lobster claw clasp. I believe that these are just glass faceted beads here. These are turquoise looking. It appears it might be dyed because it definitely has some lighter and darker, but you know, I just don't know. So I'm just going to put turquoise like or question mark, but I do know that it is cold and I do know that it's a gemstone. That's what I do know. The second necklace that comes with this is a 925 lobster claw clasp, as you see there. And as we look really close up, it's got some freshwater pearls. Some of these little teeny beads are actual quartz. I'm sure some of these are probably some version of a turquoise. I don't know. But it's just a really simple, dainty necklace with a sterling silver clasp. They are the same length, so they're not really meant to go together. But Teal Chickadee Marissa has a starting bid of 7. So you have 15 seconds left on this auction if anyone else is interested. And so Felicia says, so no, not turquoise yet, but I have a Native American silver split in town. Great. You have a go-to. That's fantastic. Okay. Congratulations, Marissa, on that. Oh, well, it's good. It's like the person who can tutor you with your homework. I'm sure getting GIE certified is it's not an easy task. I'm sure there's lots of schooling that happens. Try ordering a few beads from each of the turquoise mines. Use as references. That's what I'm compiling. Well, you know what I've done before is just for some stones in general. Sometimes I'll go up to like Joanne. I mean, like, Joanne Fabrics, and, you'll wait for the beads to be like 70% off or something. And I'll go and I'll buy some beads that are on there, some of the natural stones, and then I'll bring them if I have some other gemstones that I'm not sure of, I'll buy certain beads and then I'll check those beads that I know or whatever because I bought them and it's labeled as that. And I'll check them on my gem tester and then I'll be like, okay, cool. That one sits here on the gem tester. So if this was that, it should be somewhat near it. And if it's completely not even close to it, I know they're not the same thing. So I've sort of played with that concept too. But boy, oh boy, hey, welcome in, A.N. McIntosh. Okay. The concept, though, of even not just being confident about identifying turquoise in general from other faux or lookalikes, it's within the turquoise world of authentic turquoise, there are so many different kinds of just turquoise, too, that can blow my mind and intimidate me and, all the like. So, yeah, it's a lot to learn, so we get to learn from you, Felicia. That's awesome. So let me write this down. Sorry, I'm gabbing. Okie dokie. Nice job there on that. I actually don't like this bag for her. I want to give her a bigger bag. Because I don't want the necklaces to in any way be formed or pushed in to like hurt them or whatever. It's fun. You're fun. Not everyone is interested. Oh, well, I'm definitely interested. I love trying to figure stuff out. It's like, isn't life just like a big puzzle? And right when you figure one thing out, something else will stump you to, even a totally different topic, Okay. So I'll have to use that bag later. All right. Well, I'm definitely interested in general. It's like I said, trying to figure something else out. But I also would have a really rough time, and I probably wouldn't enjoy reselling unless I filled myself up with all this knowledge. Because when you're not like somewhat knowledgeable, then you end up making mistakes and selling something to someone that it's not right. And I'm happy to say, up to this point, not one time in any of the purchases that I've had people make, whether it's on privately through my YouTube page or through my eBay store or even here on District, I've never had someone come to me and say, this is not what you said it was. Now, there's plenty of times I sold something and I said, I believe that this is onyx, but I'm not confident. It could be blank or blank, but I put that out there that I'm not fully sure, and they're okay with me not knowing full and buying it anyways. But I've never sent something that said it was 925 and then had someone come back and say, this is not 925, because I test like you just want to make sure it's right. So yes, I'm interested, but I also am a perfectionist and I don't want to screw it up. So that's also part of why I learn it all. So, okay, so let me bring this next one to stage. This is another set of 2 necklaces. They're very different. This first one is just literally on a cord, but it's got a really unique clasp, though, because it clasps down here by the toggle or the cha-cha. These are all different versions of quartz, just so you know, rock quartz and, just different versions. That one is probably a garnet, I'm guessing. This one could be a ruby. I don't know. That one looks like, it's got some purple in it. I'm really not sure what that one is. But again, that's just on a cord. So that's that necklace. This does have a little tag in it that says peyote bird, which I know is a brand, and I think a lot of their things actually sell quite well. So just know that it's that. The other necklace, they're not meant to be worn together because they're pretty much the same size. I believe, here, let me pull this up. I don't know if they make fake labradorite, because this looks like labradorite, but I didn't know that labradorite could be faceted. So part of me feels like it may be like a faux labradorite, because it definitely has some shimmer similar to labradorite, but usually labradorite looks more gray to me. Like there, you can see a little shimmer happening right here. Oh, it can be faceted. Okay, good to know. So, that's what this has, some regular glass beads on here, but I'm really trying to look for that little flash of light that is very symbolic of labradorite. And I see it a little bit on some of them, but it's just not like, whoo. So I'm not completely convinced. And usually I thought the little flashes in labradorite, you can see it a little bit in this one, tended to be like sort of a milky blue. So I'm saying to you, I believe it's labradorite with glass in between, but I'm not absolutely confident. But it's still very beautiful and nice. And both of those, this is in fact sterling silver. All of this is sterling silver, are a $12 start. So I'm starting the auction now on that, on both of those necklaces, which you can see them there. Hi there, Daniel84. Thanks for coming in. Hi there, mini cow thifts. Okay, cool. Welcome in. I think I'm caught up, except that you wrote something else. Yes, and I live in the North Georgia mountains, and we have lots of mines with shops for specimens. That's super cool. Okay. All right, thanks for looking at that. Okay, I'm not going to ask you guys to figure this one out. This is a mishmash of 3 things that I just put together. It's a set of 3 things. I literally am charging $4. I like that you explain your jewelry. I make jewelry and I use vintage I use vintage things that are broken. That is cool. That is super cool that you do that, Faye. I mean, I definitely have remade some jewelry, kind of repurposing some vintage pieces, but I have a really good friend. Her name is Hannah, and she's got a YouTube page called Fleurs de Montaigne, and she's definitely somebody that upcycles and old vintage jewelry, literally down to like the jump rings and everything. And she's super knowledgeable, really, really knowledgeable about glass beads. But I'm telling you this because I'm impressed with you, because anyone who has like that creative eye for making this stuff, I can make simple stuff, but I'm not as talented. Okay, so this is what I believe to be a very large bracelet or a small anklet. I'm not sure, but the length of that is 8 inches, which I guess could be a necklace length. And again, when I look at this under my loop, it definitely has its gold flecks. So you got that. It's not meant to be a necklace like I'm putting it up there to be. I'm just sticking it there. See, all these things just move on the bar. Hey, thanks for saying that though, Faye. That's nice. Sometimes I worry that I bore you guys because I just ramble on, but it's just me. So the bottom of this one little piece here is plastic. This I actually got out of a whole lot that I had. Most of this jewelry came out of a lot that I had won on shopgoodwill.com. That was a gemstone lot, natural stones. So all of the things were supposed to be natural stones, and this came in it. But when I tested it on my gem tester, you would have thought originally it might have been rose quartz, but it's not. These are just glass beads. And then that little rose is actually just plastic, actually, but it's a cute little necklace, kind of wire wrapped, all that. And I just think that this is coral chip anklet for sure, because it's longer. I think it's like maybe 10 inches or something. So it was a $4 start for all of those. I'm going to start the auction now. I know that Mel, a lot of times she'll buy a lot of kind of jewelry that's semi-broken or scrap jewelry because she likes to create as well. So do you sell your recreated things, Faye? Thanks for looking at that. Like do you have a YouTube, or do you, Oh, good. Here we go. I'm reading. In 2016, you had a flu shot and paralyzed me for 4.5 years. You're kidding me. From a shot? And I was making the jewelry before I got sick, but now it's slow motion. But I enjoy it, and I don't really sell it. I give it for presents, and people think that I should sell it. Yeah. But no, I give it away to people for their birthdays and Christmas and special occasions. You know what? But that's special too. And they know that about you. So I'm doing a lot better. I can do everything, but I'm 75% back, and I'm happy because I was like a baby in the nursing home, La Jolla nursing home. But God is so good to me. Well, thank you so much for sharing that story. Wow. So do you have some, are you able to, partially walk at all? Like when you say back 75%, are you still in a wheelchair 100%, or do you do some walking like with a cane or assistance at all? Wow. I thank you for sharing that. That's just awesome. I mean, it's not awesome that you had that terrible thing happen to you, but it's awesome your amazing attitude through it, because you know what? Life is hard. And For people to be faced with such challenges and come out on the other end and they're still positive, encouraging people, it so moves me. That's all I got to say about that. So thank you for sharing that. Okay. This next set here is a lapis lazuli set. And so what comes in this little set is this gorgeous, this is probably 3 inches long. And it definitely has its gold specks. If you look at it, you can sort of see it here through the light here. This is in fact sterling silver. This is an absolutely gorgeous, stunning pendant. And so the fact that there's like discoloration down here, I just think it's just a rougher part of the stone that maybe wasn't able to be polished as much. It's got 2 sides there. Maybe it's considered the back side of the stone because this side's much nicer. And then also in this set, I have, these are lapis lazuli little hook earrings, but these are not sterling silver, but that is lapis lazuli. And then in addition in this set is a lapis lazuli. You see this lapis lazuli, all of them are blue. And it's probably because the person who made it specifically picked out beads that were all the blue versions of lapis lazuli. But again, when I look at that under my loop, I can see gold flecks. This does also have a sterling silver clasp. So this is actually a really nice set. It's a $12 start. I'm starting the auction now. Unbelievable pendant. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And then again, a bracelet, sterling silver, pendant bail, sterling silver clasp, and then those little dangle earrings. Okay, thank you so much for looking at that. And let me read now what, I wasn't ignoring you. I just wanted to finish this before I read this. I walk on a walker. I can go upstairs, downstairs, ride my scooter with the basket, go to the grocery store, do grocery shopping, go to the doctor, go to the beach. Wow, go anywhere. The bus takes me and my scooter goes. And my scooter goes 17 miles on one, meaning you can go 17 miles on your scooter. That's awesome. Well, that's great. I'm really happy to hear you've gained back all that independence with what I'm sure you lived your whole life not having to deal with that. Wow, that's quite a story. Well, I'm so glad you did. Thank you for sharing that. Many of us, I'm sure, are moved for sure. Okay. This next one is sort of damaged slightly, so that's why I have a $3 start on it. This is the kind of thing that, you know, people who are crafters would buy this and then they'd deconstruct it and then they'd use it differently. So this has a whole bunch of little white beads in between. These are like shell beads. I wouldn't necessarily call them mother of pearl. I don't know, maybe they just look like shell beads to me, but they look like mother of pearl. I don't know. But then you can come down here. We've got some faceted glass beads here. And these very much look like the things that were on that necklace, sort of that Baroque pearl. But then down here, what we have here is sort of a resin thing with what appears to be a whole bunch of shells in it. But there's a couple of them that have popped out, like the resin's kind of opened up there and that shell popped out. There's a teeny one on the back. So for that reason, there's nothing wrong with the physical necklace, but that little pendant has a little missing part. So I had a $3 auction start on that necklace for anyone who might be interested in all of that shell loveliness looking like that. Which earrings? Running the earrings to the lapis lazuli? Absolutely, I would do that if that's what I would consider running to the earrings to anything that the auction already closed. I would consider rearranging things, bundling things different. For once I get through the auction the first time, I'm very open to that. You just got to talk to me at the end for sure. So, Yeah, they're not sterling silver earrings or anything. They're just lapis lazuli. So I could run those earrings. Let me see what I had the whole thing for. Let me look in my thing real quick. I think it was a $10 or a $12 start. Let me look. So it was a $12 start, but most of that value came from the other two because they were sterling silver. So I literally would sell you the earrings with a starting bid of $2. Merry Christmas. So would you like me to do that for you? I'm going to have to create a little picture here. We'll just add an auction and add an image and then do a picture. Okay, again, they're not sterling silver, but they are lapis lazuli. And that's a terrible picture. What?
Just hi.
Hi. Hey, I'm still on this live.
All right.
So welcome back. I hope you had a good work.
Yep.
Okay, good. Okay. We're going to say hook lapis lazuli earrings. And we're going to literally do a $2 start. Add to stream. Bring to stage. Okay, it's all you. Are you ready? Here we go. There you go. All right, good deal. Yes, always feel free in the comments, you guys. You know I'm all organized and I just talk and all that. But as long as I run it first and it's not bought as it is, I'm pretty open to, bundling and shifting. You just got to speak out in the comments. You have to do just what Tina did. And it's perfectly fine. I'm really happy to accommodate and to offer you a good deal. Okay, so this is Tina's 66. Okay, good deal. No worries. Happy to do it. They are definitely cool looking earrings. They're definitely different. I've never seen an earring shaped like that before, so that's pretty cool. I'll put some little rubber backs on it before I send it to you. It doesn't have any backs on it now. Okay. We're getting close to I only have about 12 listings left, and then we can play. Okay, so this next one is actually a signed Coldwater Creek necklace. Let me put this away. And you're learning so much. Well, that makes me happy. I just don't want to bore everybody. Okay. Of course, anytime. I'm happy to listen to your story. It was very interesting and definitely inspiring. Okay, so we do have a pre-bid on this. The actual lobster clasp has, got some wear on it. It's not sterling silver, and so does the little hang tag. But the physical necklace is in really perfect condition. Again, I'm going to look here on whether or not I think it's lapis lazuli versus sodalite. And so to me, even though I wrote sodalite, lapis lazuli there, kind of feel like it's possible it might just be sodalite. Now, I did pull up some comps for this where a lot of the descriptions said lapis lazuli, but I think it's because those people didn't know that it could potentially be sodalite. And as I'm looking at this, I am not seeing any gold specks. So I guarantee you if this was not retired and it was in the store and they were describing it, that Coldwater Creek would have described it as sodalite. They're both valuable, nice gemstones. I don't really think it changes the value of it. But Marissa, are you still in the chat? I'm going to edit this, even though I realize you've already bid on it. And I'm just going to say sodalite because I believe that's what it is. I don't see any specks, but still a gemstone, just so you know. And there is a brown gemstone on here. I don't know if it's a type of jasper, but I couldn't identify that brown rock. Okay, so I'm going to start the auction. We have a $6 bid on that. And that's going to go home with Marissa, looking like. All right, congrats to her. I'm not sure if she's still in the chat, but congratulations on that. All right, let me get my last bag. You guys are being so patient with me. Thank you so much. Okay, my last pile of stuff. Okay. All right, so this first necklace, I'm just going to bring it to stage. It does, in fact, have labradorite stone on the bottom. We're going to look for the little flashes of light. Someone else had described it as sodalite. I mean, as labradorite. Sometimes it's the flash can come at just like the certain angle. This one is actually a really pretty stone. You can see flashes of it just depending on the angle. Now, the other stones on here, I'm not wholly sure. This, I mean, that looks like sterling silver to me, but I don't know that it is. Here, let me see if it's magnetic. Oh, it's not. It's magnetic. So I don't know if these are red coral, but part of me thinks that could be, hey there, Fran, this could be red coral. These white, you know, they're definitely a gemstone, but they don't show up as quartz. So I'm not really quite sure what white gemstone you can have that have teeny little gray striations in it. Do you see those, Felicia? I don't know what white stone, you know, on the gem tester, it really shows up like much lower, like down by, you know, like just past glass. So I don't know. But, so I didn't know if you knew of another white stone that has striations in it, but that's not a quartz. Huh. But this is a really pretty necklace. And I have absolutely no idea why I have a $3 start on it, because I would have totally put it as like 5 or 6. I'm not going to change it because obviously I had it as that, but I don't know why I did it as 3. But if someone wants to bid on it for $3, I guess it's your lucky day. Again, this is a labradorite, a really pretty stone. Really pretty. Maybe the reason I did it is because I didn't move the tester needle at all. I feel like it did. I feel like it moved it in the glass, just kind of in glass, but not, it didn't even come past glass. But to be honest, let me plug my Presidium gem tester back in. My gem tester was going on the fritz right earlier today because I think I left it on too long. And then it's like it needs to be recalibrated because it keeps popping the needle up into diamond and moissanite, which it shouldn't do that. So I don't know if it's resolved itself, but I'll turn it back on and I'll retest it if it tends. We'll see if it works for me. It may not work. Glass is still a real possibility. Again, yeah, okay. A glass with striations in it. Yeah. It just looks like an agate to me, but it is. It definitely is. Because it does fall in that realm. So gosh, I hope my Presidium isn't broken because it's never done this thing where the needle just goes up to like it's warming up right now. But earlier today, after it warmed up, you see it did it again. The needle popped up to diamond and then it just stays there. So like something's wrong and this red light's on. And then I tried to reset it, like, you know, we can reset it and it's still not doing it right. So I can't even test anything with it. It just happened at the end of the day. Has anyone had that happen to you? Where you had your Presidium go on the blitz, like it just went nuts? Sometimes moving it will mess up the calibration. Yeah. But usually if the calibration's off, I can press that side button and reset it and start over. But it's completely acting up. It never has the needle sitting in diamond moissanite at a sit still. So I don't know what's going on. But what did Faye say? Are you a big business lady? But you are so good with explaining things. No, I'm not a business lady, except that I sell jewelry. But what I am is a teacher. So if I'm good at explaining something, then that probably means, probably is coming from the fact that I'm a teacher, you know? So that's funny. Okay. Let's move on. I taught for many years in the classroom and then had my own private tutoring business teaching Orton Gillingham, which is a strategy used for people with dyslexia. So I'm trained in Orton Gillingham. It's a multisensory intervention. There you go. You're getting my whole spiel there, Pack Rat Queen. Yes. So my undergraduate was exercise and sports science when I first graduated from college, and I thought I was going to, you know, be a physical therapist. And then at one point I completely changed my mind and went a different direction. And I got my master's in education for elementary education. So I taught for many years in the classroom, first grade, second grade, third grade even. And then I went and the state of Georgia paid. I worked in Felicia will recognize this, but I worked in Gwinnett County, Felicia. And my school paid for me to go get my gifted certification, which was a whole year-long coursework with like it wasn't just like easy peasy. Like I had to show up. I had to do lots of work. But in addition, after that, when I started having children and was home raising my children, but I still wanted to keep my certification current, I would do, you know, staff development and things online or in person. And yeah, I loved early childhood. It was great. I think I did an okay job. I think kids loved me. And, you know, I literally had students in my wedding because I got along with the parents really well and blah, blah, blah. But when I did all that extra training while I was home raising children, keeping my thing current so it wouldn't expire, it was at that time that I did all this additional training for Orton Gillingham, which is this multi-sensory reading intervention. So anyways, I've done that for years. Hey, everyone, Corey and I both went to the University of Georgia and we were in the College of Education. It's true. We probably passed each other in the halls, except she was probably one of the instructors that I potentially may or could have had. I don't think I had you because I would have remembered it, but I definitely think you were there. It's so funny. LOL, my school kids came to my baby shower. Oh, I love it. That's so great. So you're a teacher as well. Yes. You know, you just form a relationship. And once I don't grow super close to them when they're my students, but the relationship where I kind of keep in touch with them, or, you know, I don't mean like, you know, just like, hey, how are you? You know, or if you see people out and about, happens because I still knew parents because they had additional kids that were younger or whatever. And so the relationship continued even though they were no longer my students. And it was at that time that when they weren't my students anymore, that I became more like friends with the parents rather than this teacher parent relationship. So, okay, more information than you want to know. Okay, let's move on. So I'm bringing to stage it's a beautiful pearl necklace with rose quartz. And based on our research from earlier today, here are these similar looking Baroque, I guess, Baroque pearls, because that's exactly what they look like. So I guess that's how we can describe it. All of the gemstones I did test earlier today before my Presidium decided to die. This is glass, Baroque pearls, freshwater pearls, rose quartz, glass, whatever, repetition. It's not sterling silver. It's just got a really big spring ring clasp there. So there's that necklace. So I have a $5 auction start on that, and I just started the auction. So yeah, that's got some pretty significant beads on there. It's a pretty necklace. Oh, and some of these are little rose quartz pieces too. Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much. Hey, you too. Thanks for coming in, Faye. You have a good night. Okay. Moving on. I've got what I'm fairly confident from my experience, because I've sold jewelry of the same stone before, and it's called Larimar. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, all things lovely, Wendy, are you still in the chat? Because for some reason, oh, she is. She just popped in. For some reason, I recall that, is Larimar like becoming like less harder to find? Is it becoming more valuable? I don't know. For some reason, I feel like, or is it, you know how some things, they make it like illegal, like they don't want you to do bones or ivory or whatever. Now, this is not sterling silver. This is just silver tone. I'm going to really loop it around really tight so the little pendant comes up high. But this is Larimar. I've sold other jewelry with it. I don't know if it's become, oh, Packrat Queen says yes. Tell me the story on that. Has it changed in its value because it's harder to find? Maybe people are not allowed to, you know how with abalone, people are saying that they can't keep like searching for abalone. So now abalone things will probably become more and more valuable. Maybe this was similar. Okay, not yet. Got it. Okay. So anyways, it has that necklace, and it also has lovely little, kind of kidney bean hook earrings there that I'm just going to hook in here that match it. So it's a really, really nice set. It feels like it should be sterling because the metal here bends really easy. But I tested it and it's not, but it's pretty. So I'm starting the auction on that. Larimar is a beautiful stone. I think it comes out of Canada. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't quite sure where it was like mined or whatever. So I think Miss Wendy, her lucky day, she's going to be going home with that really pretty set. So pretty. All of those kind of bezel set stones. Yay, she's so happy. So are you buying these things for yourself to enjoy, Wendy, or to resell? Because I know obviously you resell because you have your great show you're doing. For me, although I do resell, I do still sometimes buy things just for me because I'm like, I love that and I'm getting it. When I buy things for resale, I have to buy them, as you guys do, at such a decent price that there's wiggle room to still be able to make money when you sell it. But when you buy things just because you love it, the price point can be a little bit higher. Yes, I think I'm going to wear that for a while. Okay. So as that lady from Texas, Gal Treasures, says, she always says, catch and release. All right. So this next one, before I bring it to stage, I'm going to see if, Wendy, maybe don't guess because you probably already know what it is because you've done a pre-bid on it. But besides Wendy, does anyone else have a guess on what you think, what stone this is? And so this is a bracelet that obviously goes together, spring ring clasp. So tell me, Miss Meowie, tell me. You're allowed to answer. And not that I don't want All Things Lovely to answer, but I think she knows because she already pre-bid. So she knows what she pre-bid on. So tell me in the chat, what is it? It is. It sure is. Good job. Okay. Awesome, Don. Okay, so yeah, so when I see some comps pulled up for this now, Wendy, when you get this home, you'll pull comps up, and I've seen things up in the area of $70 for this. So I think it has some value. Just know that. So there weren't a ton of them, but I definitely found a couple neck bracelets that look just like this with this bar. It looked insane. It was very similar. So I'm starting. Oh, the auction already went. Oh, no, I didn't pull it up yet. Hold on. I am so sorry, Wendy. You know what I did? Because you bid on the last one, your name was at my thing. So I was looking at it as if you had pre-bid this one. You're so sweet. You didn't even say anything. Like, why is she not letting me answer? I am so sorry for telling you you can't answer it. I am wrong. I'm so sorry. I just was looking at the last thing you won, and I was like, well, she can't guess because she already knows because she bid, but you didn't bid. I'm sorry. Anyways, okay. So now I'm bringing it to stage, and I don't know if anyone's interested in this lovely, gorgeous garnet bracelet. I'm sorry. That's so. Hi there, Tiffany. It's not okay. It was a mistake. It makes me mad that I made that mistake because I usually, thanks for your bid, Miss Meowie. I usually would never say to someone, you can't answer. That's just not like me. Okay. So yes, that's definitely going home with Dawn. So congratulations on that. Let's get your name written on there. And I just kept going on, telling my story, talking. You never once said, hey, I didn't bid on that. You just let me. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Yes, I'm crying. I agree, Felicia. So, okay, cool. Thank you for that. Okay, we got about 6 things left here. Let's see what we got next. So this is a whole set that I just kind of put together just because I thought they all looked good together for no other reason but that. So, yeah. So in this set, and I didn't try to make sets with all of them, but this one worked for me. I have this super long 34-inch micro chip bead. Like these are extra teeny. And these are tanzanite, I believe, to be tanzanite from my research. Pack Rat Queen can confirm, which she is. So beautiful. And so I'm going to double that up. You could wear these actually all together. Now, so that's pretty. And then this is not sterling silver or anything, but it does have, I believe that that's amethyst. It's possible that could be turquoise, but I just don't know. Now, these little weird looking branch looking pieces here might possibly be like a dyed branch coral because they just look like it from my experience. I don't know. You see, this must be a dyed halite because turquoise, unless turquoise can be orange, maybe there's a possibility. I mean, turquoise can be green. I don't know. So anyways, I put that with it. And even though these are like little turquoise shapes here, I had these little earrings. These are not turquoise. These are like quartz, but they were like the same shape and color. So I stuck it in there anyways. So there you go. Merry Christmas. and a Happy New Year. And I'm starting the auction now. A big whopping $8 for all three of those. For anyone interested, we got 13 seconds left. Tanzanite and multi-stone and earrings. Okie dokie. Great. Thank you for looking at that. Tiffany, are you in the chat? Look at all these old bags I'm using have old names on them. It's funny. Okay. So there you go. I had an old bag that I had written your name on. Okay. Another one here that I just plain don't know. I don't know if it's turquoise. Could be magnesite, which is another stone that they dye that can look like turquoise. It could be howlite. I'm guessing, and maybe Felicia can correct me. I don't really think any of the turquoise-like stones really register on the gem tester. I mean, maybe howlite might register kind of really low on the gem tester. I think turquoise doesn't really register at all. But maybe it's possible that magnesite does, because I will tell you that this stone, when I do it on the gem tester, goes all the way up to like quartz or past it. So it registers very differently than true turquoise, which I don't think registers at all. This is 18 inches, just a silver tone toggle clasp there. But this really looks like turquoise. I will have to tell you that. It does look like it. So anyways, I had a $4 start on that. If anyone's interested in that necklace. So am I right? You're saying true because you're saying it's possible that magnesite might register higher on the gem tester. Is that what you found? You see, you're teaching me. Thank you for looking at that. Huh. Turquoise doesn't register. Right. I knew that. But I think sometimes howlite, sometimes if I do it, it kind of registers like in the glass, but it does actually move like it. But turquoise doesn't register at all. But like that one stone on there registers a lot. So it's definitely a totally different stone. Okay. So I'm going to bring this one to stage. I do believe, because when I test this on my gem tester, it goes up to quartz, which jasper is a type of quartz. And this definitely looks like a version of jasper to me. I don't know if it's considered red jasper. I think red jasper is not so brown. But I definitely think this is quartz. And this is a really great condition, vintage, super long. Look at how long. I believe all quartz, I'm sorry, not quartz, jasper necklace. It's really nice, actually. So it's a $6 start bid. I know that's just so massively high, and I'm starting the bid now. I think the necklace was indeed howlite. Oh, you think that one was howlite? Okay. So maybe it's howlite that always registers higher, and it's magnesite that doesn't. I don't know. Maybe. Okay. Hey, thanks for your bid on that. You can put this in your cabinet next to your raw jasper, okay? I'm glad I can help you out. Woohoo! Yay! Felicia. Yay, Felicia. Where's my pen? Okay. Okay. Awesome, awesome. Okay, I have 3 necklaces left. Okie dokie. Now, from all my research in looking at coral, again, earlier when Rachel was in the chat earlier and she was answering a question where something was sponge coral, or you can have things that are different versions of coral. I will tell you that this type of coral that I'm about to put up here is so fragile. Like, I literally keep this separate from all my other jewelry because I don't want it to break. But this is called branch coral. So this is really, as you can imagine, the coral under the water that literally looks all spiky and, you know. So I'm just trying to get that to lay. And branch coral can be really quite valuable. There are some branch coral things that are up in the hundreds. You know, I don't know what makes one coral better than another. I don't know. But yeah, so this is what's called, and it's got what's called a salmon color, because they're not always necessarily that color. But I'm starting the auction that there on this branch coral necklace with spiky things, which I think could easily get caught on like everything. I bet this necklace would be like walking around with a big Velcro thing around your neck. I'd be so afraid I'd break it. Okay. Thanks for looking at that. See how careful I'm being? I just don't want to hurt it. All right. And I'm going to bring up here another branch coral necklace, but this one, the little spikes are much smaller and more consistent throughout the necklace. It almost kind of looks more like kind of when the regular coral's on a necklace, like that kind of chip coral. But these are still considered branch coral. It's still spiky, but just not as long. So I'm going to run the auction on that one, the $15 start. Again, a lot of these branch coral things can be more pricey. Very fragile. And I'm sure some of you have heard of even what's called angel skin coral, which that can be very valuable as well. And you can have like conch shell. There's so many oceany kind of valuable things. I am not a professional on that. So anyways, thanks for looking at that. Okay. And this last set, and here I wrote like it's turquoise. This did not register on the gem tester, nor did these. And I write as if, yeah, hey, this is turquoise. But, you know, I really don't know. I do know that it did not register on the gem tester, especially that big pendant down there. And then, of course, I just think this is obviously coral, just red coral chips and turquoise chips. But here I need to put up in my listing, I need to put a question mark next to turquoise because I don't trust myself. I'm not common. You know, this whole thing right here just makes me think, I realize it's oceany, but it makes me think of Christmas. Just, I don't know, because of the red and the bluish green. This is missing one of these like cones, which does appear to have a 925 on it. So the clasp is 925. Obviously, the cone is 925, but we're missing the other cone. You know, and if they're putting it on a 925 clasp, that may be another sign for maybe it is authentic turquoise. I don't know. But that's why I have the price point lower than what you would normally expect for a turquoise thing. So I'm going to start the auction now. That's the very last necklace. If anyone's interested, and we have 15 seconds left. That looks like turquoise and red coral. Coral, yes. And that's what I wrote. But, you know, they all look like turquoise to me. Oy, oy, oy. Makes me crazy. Crazy. Okay. So let me just say this for those of you that are still here and interested. So obviously there were several auctions that ran, but no one purchased. And I believe if you open up the store, you can still see the items that didn't sell. You just can't bid on them. If anybody wants me to either rerun something, or you know that there's a few things that you're interested in and you're wanting to know maybe what kind of price point I might offer as a starting bid if we did some bundling, give me some feedback in the chat and I can maybe bundle, put some things together, make a little bit of better prices if you buy more, better deal if you buy more, blah, blah, blah. So black agate necklace. Okay, so there were several ones. So you just want me to rerun the black agate necklace, or did you want to try to bundle it with something and kind of have me give a little bit of lower price point? Is this the black agate necklace you were talking about? Yes, okay. And were you interested in just that one item? I will run it again and lower the price a little bit since it did run once, but so run it just by itself. Okay, so let me pull it up. And I had a starting bid of 9. You know, part of me feels like that this, because I'm going to, okay, hold on. I want to restart the auction. And then I want to move it to stage. Oh, no, I want to edit it. I'm going to, okay, I'm rerunning it. Now it's an auction. Anyone can bid, but I am going to lower the starting to 7. Woohoo! Okay. And then I'm going to move it to stage. Now, I do want to say, part of me thinks it definitely could be onyx because I know Felicia can confirm this. But one thing about onyx is that it might have some like white striations, like, or white things in it. Like this looks like it has some white stuff in it. The one with the white in it. Yes. Is that what you're talking about? And then there might have been another one, like, and there's even a line there that even if they tried to do facets on the stone, it's still rough because, so there's parts of the facets on some of these that still look rough because they couldn't like make them smooth. But anyways, it's a really heavy necklace. I still feel like that's labradorite, but I don't know. So I'm starting the auction there if you're interested. That looks like smoky quartz. Okay, okay. It's possible. So I rerun the auction, all things lovely. If you want to bid, you're losing your chance. I might have to rerun it. Oh, the other one, the one with white in it. Okay, so you're talking about this one. Right? Okay, smoky quartz. Good to know. Trying to get some of these baggies out of here where I can see. Okay. Can you rerun the red tire bead coral necklace and bracelet? Sure can. Oh, and you still listen to me on the tire bead. I really did read that somewhere. It's funny. And I'm also happy to hold it still. If you want to screenshot it and do a Google search on it, you'll probably find out what I found out, that it was, you know, coral is what came up for me when I found ones that look just like that. Okay, so just so you know, this doesn't have a particular extender. It's like you can almost tighten that as much as you want, but obviously the closer you get to this side, you're going to see it. So, you know, longer, shorter, whatever. Again, that's marked on the back with 925, but it's not. So, I am going to restart the auction, and then I'm going to edit it. And instead of an $8 start, dun, 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 I'm going to make it a $7 start. Save changes. Move to stage. Start the auction. You're up. You're up. It's all you. Wendy, Wendy, go, Wendy. Go, Wendy. Go, Wendy. It is super heavy. And it's a stone, you know. So it looks like that's going to go with you. Awesome. Very happy about that. Okay. Congrats, congrats. Yay. Okay, all things lovely. Okay, we're going to take it out of the ugly bag. There goes the ugly bag. And we're going to put it in your personalized new bag. Ooh. Oh, no, not that one. You're not taking that necklace. You're taking this one. I almost gave you the wrong necklace again. Okay, the red necklace with the ladybugs on it. Cute, cute. Okay, hey there, aloha girl. Nice to see ya. All right, we're done with all the auctions, but I'm rerunning auctions for people and possibly doing some bundles for some better prices. So you just got to go in my store and you see things that have run, but were not bought. You can check out what's still available, and then you can just describe if there's anything you would like me to run again. I may alter the price and make it a little better deal for you. So here's the beautiful glass, but coral, I believe, gold filled here, possibly gold filled of those items back there. I'm not sure. So pulling this up, move to stage. I want to restart the auction, and then I want to edit it, and I'm going to make it, dun, 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 $13. Woo! What a deal. Okay, so I'm starting it. It's all you. Go, Felicia. Go, Felicia. All right. Let me get a big baggie for that. Okay. Oh, awesome. Okay. Congrats there. Enjoy it, Felicia. That is really a really nice set. Like, I think it's probably worth quite a bit. Like, at one point, I remember a year ago, or when I first got some of this stuff, I remember seeing a listing with this stuff. I think it might be worth a bit, but enjoy. Yay. Okay. So I'm looking in the chat. So again, if anyone's interested in any specific things from the store, if you want me to rerun them, or if you know there's a couple things you're interested in, I could even make it an even better discount bundle-wise if I put them together and have you bid on them together. Because it's kind of like the more you get, the better deal I'll give you kind of thing. So I don't know if there's anything left in there that you guys want to check out. It's probably too late to delve into the whole let's look at old auctions from past sales. I think I just need to make my Monday. You're interested in the Tanzanite chip necklace. Okay. Just the one, but the chip necklace by itself. Is that what you're saying? Or the whole set? So yes to the whole set, or yes to it by itself. Sorry, I was talking too much. Not the set. So just individual. No problem. I will find that for you. Okay, it's right here. So let me see what I had it as. So if I had the whole thing as 8, the tanzanite was worth the most in there, but we had 2 other things. So I'll run the tanzanite necklace for just by itself for 4. Okay, what a deal! Are you good with that, Miss Felicia? This gorgeousness tanzanite mini chip necklace. So I'm going to actually not restart this auction. I'm just literally going to do a new one. Auction, photo, bam, next. Tanzo microchip necklace. God, I keep spelling it wrong. Ugh, I'm struggling. Hold on one second. All of that. My speaker is still on my phone, so all that went into the title. I'm struggling. Hold on one second. "34 inches. Okay. Add to stream. And I'm bringing it to the stage, and it looks like you're about ready there, Felicia. It's all you from the land of Maysay. I don't even know what that means. Tell me after the thing. I so resisted those tanzanites. Love them. It's such a beautiful color. I just love the color of it. And they're really, when I say micro, I mean when I say microchips, because they are smaller than, as you see here, this is a typical chip size, you know, like with the lapis lazuli, and they're much bigger. So it's really quite pretty. Okay, good deal. The African tribe, Maasai. Got it. Me too. Okay. So this is Pack Rat. All right, there we go. Okay, the small looks nice. I agree, and it just lays well. It's like smoother. There's no other way that I can explain it except I like the feel of it way better than, you know, I mean, chips in general are pretty small, just as a basic description. But anyways, so yeah, is there anything else? Again, you can view all those items in my store that you guys would like me to rerun, or there might have been necklaces that I put together in some bundles that you wanted one necklace from one bundle and you wanted another necklace for another one. This is the time to tell me about it, because I'm happy to put them together for you in a different way now that the auction ended the first time. Millionaires. They own all of the cattle. The tribe has lots of millionaires. Wow. I got to look that up. Maasai. That's interesting. So is that where Tanzanite is from? So you're giving me the history on Tanzanite? And that's why, or is that why they're so rich? Tanzania. Yeah. Okay. Awesome, awesome. Well, I had fun tonight. I hope you guys had fun. And look at me, it's 12:20. That's not too terrible. It's not 2 o'clock in the morning, everybody who picks on me. So, does anyone have any other requests, or should we call it a night? What do y'all think? I am part of the teaching train all weekend because I'm going to be doing jewelry tomorrow night. Thank you so much, Wendy. And then I'm also going to be doing antiques and collectibles because I'm still trying to get rid of, as you see here, all my that I can be selling them. You see them all over there. So it's all my littles from my antique booth. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming, Miss Meowie. You got some great stuff. But so I'll be in both of the learning trains. And then on Monday, I think what I might do is I might just have a big clearance day and take all of my run auctions and just put them all together into some bundles, into some small lots. Is that of interest? Would you guys be interested in even better deals than what happened already? Yeah, thumbs up. Okay. Perfect. Okay. All right. It just gives me an opportunity to move it. So cool. Well, you guys have an awesome Friday night. Thanks again for coming. And we'll see you guys tomorrow on the train. Thanks again for all your buys and your chatting and your teaching. Take care, everyone. Bye. Later, Gators. Oh, Lasagna's Couture is live now. Maybe I should raid into her. Okay, I suppose I can do that. Why would she be live at 12:22 at night? Where's my other phone? Maybe she's just practicing. Let me see here. I don't want to raid into her and freak her out. That would freak me out if I was just practicing and a whole bunch of people popped in. Let's see here. Live streams. No, it shows she's live. I'm going to raid into her. End stream and raid.